Hey guys, what's going on? It's this kid, and I finally get to make this video. It's been a long time coming, but I got the Time-Lost Proto Drake, farmed for a long time for this thing. So what I'm gonna do is share all my knowledge about this and all of my best tips for how to get it if you want to get it yourself. So first things first, the Time-Lost Proto Drake is gonna spawn in the Storm Peaks, and it's gonna spawn at 4 different locations, and I'll link the coordinates right here. Now once it spawns, it's not going to pop up right on top of the mountain, but it's going to fly out of the mountain itself. So I'll kind of go around and I'll show where specifically it'll spawn out of the mountain. And then once it spawns, at each different spawn point, it goes in a different circle. So eventually it's going to go through that circle and come back to the spawn point and just do that over and over and over. I'm going to show right now on screen the 4 different routes that it's going to take. So ideally, if you were super efficient, you would go over all of these routes to try and see if you could find it. But if you're lazy and you just want to watch a Netflix show or something while you're waiting, you can sit in a location that overlaps all of the routes. For me, that location is right here. Now, the most important thing and the most really annoying thing about this mount is that the Time-Lost Proto Drake shares a spawn with a dragon called Viragosa. So if you do end up waiting for maybe 4 hours or so and then you see Viragosa, you're going to have to kill Viragosa, wait until that body despawns or it's skinned, and then you have to wait another 2 hours after that to have a chance at getting the Time-Lost Proto Drake. But sometimes, and almost every time, it's going to be Viragosa. In general, I think the percentage of it being the Time-Lost Proto Drake is somewhere around 10%. So now I'm going to go over some things that are going to make it a little bit easier for you and save you a lot of time along the way. So first things first, which realm do I do this on? What's going to give me the easiest time? What's going to allow me to just sit there and wait the 2 to 8 hours without any outside influence? So for me personally, I would just never do this on a max level character in general. I would never do it war mode on or war mode off. This is because max level, there's just going to be too many people that just have the random chance to get in the zone, randomly see it when it spawns and kill it. For instance, say people are farming Invincible, or say they're farming Mimron's Head. They pop out of the raid, and they're saying, hey, maybe we'll check Time-Lost Proto Drake to see if it's up. They run over here, come to the spawn points, and it pops out of the mountain just as they get there. They kill it, you don't even have a chance to see it, and then you're waiting an extra 3-4 hours for that same spawn. Because of this, and because of either just people doing old mount farms or old quests or anything like that, I chose to do Chromie time, and that's either war mode on or off. It doesn't really matter. You can actually do both and it'll be fine. This just makes it way easier. It's much less populated. Even on the lowest population server, Chromie time is going to be much less populated. Now, if you don't know what Chromie time is when you talk to Chromie in either Stormwind City or Orgrimmar and you're under level 50, you can choose which expansion's content to level in, and she's going to throw you in that timeline, and while you're in that timeline, you're basically in a different version of the realm. You're not in a version where you can see level 60s or even people above level 50. You can only see people that are generally leveling up. Now in Chromie time, you can choose whichever expansion you want and you can still come here. Now what you do still have to do is you do still have to have flying. So what you want to do is get to level 30 when you can unlock flying. Go to Stormwind, Orgrimmar, whatever, buy flying, come here, and then you should cut your competition down by probably more than half. Now I say cut the competition down, but I didn't say out because there still will be some people that have also done the Chromie time thing, and they're going to be there. So if you can, invite them. If not, there are other methods to get around this. Another method would be to go on a low population RP realm, and these are going to be realms where there's basically no one on the realm in the first place. So then you're also going to level someone up in Chromie time, get to level 30, do the same exact strategy, and then do the same thing there. And there should be basically no one on that server. So you'll be sitting around for 2 to 8 hours and you'll basically see no one. Now you may have also heard that you can just make a trial character on the low population realm and then kill Time-Lost Proto Drake. Now that's not exactly going to be the same exact version anymore. What you have to do is, since you can't kill it and loot the mount on the trial character, what you have to do is invite a friend, and the friend is going to have to be a leader, and then you log out and the friend is going to invite you back to that server and phase you back into the low population realm, and then from there you'll be able to kill Time-Lost Proto Drake. But the trial characters can't loot the mounts anymore, so don't do this. But if you do see Viragosa, can kill it, it'll reset the timer and all that. But if you do see the mount, you do see Time-Lost Proto Drake, you do have to go through that method to actually get them out. But overall, the easiest way to reduce your competition, with all that being said, the most straightforward way is just to make a new character on a low population RP realm, level it up to 30, get flying, and turn on chromie time. After that, come here and start your farm. Now I do have to mention another thing. If you're on a low population realm, certain zones, if they're not populated, will reset or they'll just become inactive. Now, what does this mean? This means that if you log out for 15 minutes or more on a low population realm, the spawn time of Viragosa and Time-Lost Proto Drake will not start again until you re-log in. So once you re-log in, the spawn time is going to be started and you'll have to wait another 2 hours before you even have the chance to see Viragosa or Time-Lost Proto Drake again. Now the reason I have to mention this is because some people may think right on Tuesday the server is resetting, all you have to do is just wait 8 hours, and if you're on a low population realm you should be able to see it after that 8 hours because that's the full spawn time of Viragosa and Time-Lost Proto Drake. Now that's not exactly true because the zone itself isn't active until someone is in it on those servers, and that means that you're gonna have to sit there for 2 hours no matter what until you can see Viragosa or Time-Lost Proto Drake. Now, you may not be able to tell if you're on a low population realm and this type of inactivity for the zone is happening. So a good way to tell that is the add-on NPC timer. What it does is it'll tell you how long a specific mob has been active when you mouse over them. Now, for instance, when I mouse over this skunk, it says it's been alive for 14 hours. That means the server has been basically up for about 14 hours, or the zone has been up for 14 hours, whatever the case may be. If I'm on a high population realm, it most likely means the server's been up. And if I'm on a low population realm, most likely means the zone has been up for 14 hours. Because low population, you are actually resetting the zone yourself. High population, the zone is just active itself. It's always up. That being said though, if you are on a maybe mid-population realm and you're in chromie time and you're not seeing anyone there, that may be the perfect place to farm, because not only can you do chromie time war mode on, but you can turn it off right after you kill Viragosa, and you can go to war mode off and try and find Time-Lost Proto Drake over there, because the zones aren't being inactive and you have the chance to see it up over there. Another thing I want to mention is try to get skinning for this. It's going to save you a lot of time. What I mean by that is the spawn timer starts at the despawn of the Viragosa body or the Time-Lost Proto Drake body. So that means if Viragosa dies, you're waiting a good 5 to 10 minutes before the respawn timer even starts. But if Viragosa dies and you skin her, the spawn timer is going to start instantly right after that skin. So you may end up saving yourself 5 to 10 minutes each time you kill him, and probably saving yourself an hour to 2 hours overall. So try and take all of this information into account. And there is one final thing that I do want to mention, and this is basically an easy mode version of it where you put in absolutely no time at all into farming this mount, and that method is going to be the Secret Finders Discord. Now this is going to be a perfect way to find either Time-Lost Proto Drake, Anax, Void Talon, whatever super rare mount you're waiting on. Usually people will be posting about, maybe they see it up and they'll say invite me or DM your name or something to me and I'll invite you, but you pretty much don't have to do anything, and you can just be lucky or be fast or whatever, get invited, and then make your way over there, and you just get it basically for free. So if you don't want to do anything and you just want to wait maybe a couple weeks, couple months until it pops up and you get lucky, you could do that as well, but that's just basically the last method I would say to getting it. Besides that, if you are getting it in general like everyone else, just sit there, wait 2 to 8 hours, do your best to reduce the competition as much as possible. Remember the flight paths. If you're in this specific spot where you cover all of the routes, make sure to look back, because there is a route that's just behind you. And yeah, just enjoy the grind, watch a Netflix show, listen to podcasts, whatever you want to do. But that being said, should be good, and good luck. See ya.